Moving on, we look at the various benefits of data visualization. As we have mentioned earlier, data visualization improves understanding of the data. As I said earlier, human beings are more visual than we understand visual elements as opposed to description. So when you have your insights being summarized in a graphical manner or in a data visualization, your audience is likely to understand you better rather than when you have presented your insights in forms of pages and pages and pages of information. So data visualization makes understanding more easier. Remember, not everyone is an expert in data analytics. Your audience could be well skilled in other areas, and therefore you as a data analyst is to break the insights or the process down as simple as possible to make them understand, and data visualization is the way to go about it. Secondly, we have faster decision making. In earlier sections, I mentioned that the executives are incredibly busy people, and therefore they have a lot on their plates. You as the data analyst, your job is to make their decision making as easy as possible. Present them with a summarized version of your work, and the best way to do this is through data visualization. Once you present your executive or maybe your immediate boss with data showing the sales trends over the previous periods, they are able to make a decision very fast without having to read through pages and pages of your reports. Thirdly, we have improved communication. As I have said earlier, not everyone is an expert in data analytics. Therefore, you need to use tools that are more relatable to each one of your audience. So when you use data visualization, your executive or your audience is able to understand you better, communicate their feedback, and maybe even give you recommendations. Number 4, we have increased engagement. Again, with improved communication, they can be able to relate with your data much better. They can ask questions, they can maybe give contributions, and so on. The fifth advantage is that you can easily identify outliers and anomalies. Once you're used to, let's say, a certain trend, and then you realize that the trend has changed over a certain given time, you can act on it. Which better way to see these changes rather than data visualization? For instance, you can see, let's say, the trend. If it's an increasing trend and you're using a line graph, you can easily see the upward sloping nature of the line graph. And if this was to change in a period, you will see it starting to decline. It is not easy to come up with this conclusion by when you look at just the raw data, the numbers themselves. Let's say you have daily sales over a year. You cannot tell that the sales increased or decreased over a year, not unless when you have a data visualization such as a line graph or a bar chart, and so on and so forth. Next, we have better forecasting. So, as I have said, the visualization shows the trend over the past. Once you can see the trend easily, then you can make predictions much easier, such that you can conclude that if sales, for instance, have increased over the last 5 years, then likely they are going to increase over the following period. And therefore, data visualization has helped you get that feedback or that insight or that idea of future trends.